Good morning. It is day 100. Woohoo! 100 days on trail and zeros. But yeah, pretty cool. Yesterday was a really neat day. I really enjoyed it. It was drop down. It was dirt trail. Drop down. Went past a campground and then started climbing up a hill. Got to some, there were some pretty little ponds to look at, and then met my first PCT hiker of the day, and then slowly kept climbing, started to get into patchy snow, met my next PCT hiker. 5 minutes later, met the next PCT hiker, and then yeah, I was on my own for a little bit along the side of the ridge, just as I was starting to drop down. Two more young guys, PCT hikers, caught up to me. I thought they were just going to leave me for dead because they were hoofing it. The lead guy was running in places, but the lead guy missed a switchback, and I was just following the second guy, enjoying someone else's footprints and navigation, but managed to keep up. Oh, sorry, that's a new flower. Wow, those are pretty. Okay. And yeah, I kept up with them for a while. It was probably about half an hour that I walked behind them. The other guy eventually caught up, and then they pulled off to have a break. I was just laughing. They were probably thinking, we just caught up to this old lady and yet we couldn't leave her. Yeah, so that was funny. Went through a few thicker areas of snow and then full snow for a period. And that's where I met my next PCT hiker. Yeah, he was a little lost because there was no trail at all. You just the normal navigation through the snow. Not long after I saw him, back to little appearances of the trail, and then cleared for a bit, back to snow for a bit. I met three guys. Yeah, one of them had actually seen some of my videos, so that was quite cool. He said, "You wouldn't happen to be homemade, would you?" I went, "Yes." It was lovely to meet them. They're locals, off for a nice walk. Then had lunch, then saw this other day hiker asking me for directions to a lake. And continued on, and slowly the snow disappeared, and then a lot of the afternoon was beautiful trails through the forest, some a little more open, few snowy patches, and one area with a few traverses, but plenty of footprints, nice and easy. So yeah, really enjoyed it. And the scenery kept changing, different types of rocks. Yeah, the mountains around me and the hills around, some were volcanic and some were sort of granity looking, and then some were sediment. Yeah, so it was a good day. Today I'm expecting a majority dirt trail. It looks to be going along the side of one hill, up and over a saddle, along the side of another hill, up and over a saddle. So a little some ups and downs, but yeah, should be another good day. Oh yeah, and last night, looking for a spot to put my tent up, and this guy walks up, had a beer and a neoprene cooler in his hand, and yeah, he owns a mine just there, and oh, I think he's lonely. He's just talking and talking and talking. I was being polite, and then I stopped being quite so polite. He started repeating himself. So when we're going through round two of the same information, I I basically just started setting up my tent, getting ready while he was standing there talking, and then I walked to find a tree to put up the string for my bear bag. He followed me, talking and talking. A nice enough guy, but wow, it was yeah, very one-way conversation. Yeah, eventually I was thinking I need to get into my tent, and I tried politely to extract myself a few times. It just wasn't working, so I was a little blunt. I said, "Lovely to meet you, have a nice night," and walked briskly back to my tent. Poor guy, he's probably really lonely. Yeah, and last night was the first night for insects. So because I was fluffing around outside for so long while this guy was talking, whew, there's the first bird of the, oh, look at that red on it. Where is it? Yeah, so because I was outside for so long listening to this guy talk, so many insects. I actually got bitten for the very first time. I'm not sure if it was a mosquito. There were, I think, 3 different types of insects buzzing around. There were some mosquitoes, there were some insects which look like what in New Zealand we call a sandfly. But he said something about some insects that only come out after the snow. I don't know. Yeah, so there were heaps of them buzzing around, but despite how many there were buzzing around and landing on me, there's only one bite, which is brilliant. So once I got away from the guy, I zipped up into my tent to get a bit of protection from them. This morning they were pretty much all gone. It was just as I was finishing packing up my tent that a couple started buzzing around. Oh, coming back into the flowers, beautiful. Yeah, alright, enough babbling. Wow, here's a morning panorama. It's a 360. I've just come up through here. I was looking at those hills last night from my tent site. And that's where I'm heading. Forest, 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 as far as you can see. Cool. And back to where I came from. Funny thing is, last night I set my tent up to get the morning sun, and you know, I could have had a much nicer spot, but I wanted that sun, and it was cloudy this morning and there was no morning sun, but it's really warm. Yeah, I'm straight into sleeves rolled up today, but that sun's in and out of the clouds, which is keeping it a lovely temperature, especially with being out on the open like this. What a great day so far. Oh, here's more of these neat bubbly things. I don't know what they are. Yeah, they pop if you stand on them. I'm not going to intentionally stand on it, but yeah. Oh, and they do have teeny weeny little flowers there. Oh, there's some snow! I think this is going to be a fairly rare sight today. Oh, those footprints! Yeah! That makes it easier. Lovely footprints. You can tell they're good footprints because I'm quite happy filming on a snow slope. There's a lake way, way below, and I can hear the frogs from here. They're going for it this morning. There's a lake down there. I just had a brief break, was digging my toilet hole, and this takes the prize for the softest dirt. I was able to get way, way deep with no effort, which was lovely. Something people don't talk about often, but going to the toilet. The key thing that the Pacific Crest Trail Association pushes is the leave no trace principle, and going to the toilet is one of those things. When I go to the toilet, I do use toilet paper. A lot of women use what they call a pee-rag, which is a bandana they tie to the outside of their pack. They use it, put it on their pack, and it dries, and then they wash it out when they can. Yeah, I don't like that. I use toilet paper, but I carry a heavy-duty Ziploc bag, and I pack out every piece of toilet paper that goes in. I pack it out. The other thing, when you go number twos, I don't go at campsites. I always wait till I've been on trail for a little bit, find an area that looks like no one's been there, no one's likely to camp or sit down, and well off trail, well away from water sources. Dig my hole. I think it's they say 6 to 9 inches deep, and I can't remember how wide, but it's a decent sized hole. Generally I make sure it's at least the height of my trowel, and then cover it over when you leave. So that's the etiquette on trail for going to the toilet. I hope you weren't eating breakfast as I'm talking about that. Ooh, I've got a sign, very old looking sign. I just crossed a dirt road, which is why there's a sign there. One thing I find interesting about the moss on these trees is there's always a little section at the bottom that's got no moss, and that's on every single tree. There's this clear band before the moss starts. Back into a lovely open bit again, which is beautiful. View off to the side. Beautiful. Doesn't look used. I'll pick it up and put it in my rubbish. Ooh, I haven't seen the plant at this stage. It's cool at that stage. Wow, I like that one.
Hi, my trail name is Bolo. I'm continuing on the Pacific Crest Trail after walking 1,100 miles last year. So I'm in my second week, battling blisters because my feet have been wet. My wet socks kind of were like sandpaper, I guess. Yeah, so it's been good so far. And homemade, wish you luck.
Cheers.
And if you pass my friends, say hi to them. They're probably up the trail, maybe like 5 minutes ahead.
Thank you. So I've just been hiking with him for about 20 minutes now, chatting away, enjoying the company. And it's good company, and I know he has good taste because look at that. There's very few of these gators, and he has them.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, happy trails.
All right, happy trail.
Wow, it's a sealed road. Yes! Hello!
Hello, my name is Crow Magnon, and last time we met Homemade was in mostly Tehachapi. And our plan is just to enjoy this dirt for as far and as long as we can, because we're out of it.
And my name's Yuki, and yeah, we met in Tehachapi, and Homemade gave me the inspiration for my milk carton crampon case, which served me well in the Sierras, and I'm glad that I get to mail those things home now.
Yes.
Now, as a reminder, these two are the wonderful chefs that cooked the burritos. So just as a placeholder, that's
Think about those burritos.
yeah.
I need to make more.
linked to my stomach is my fond memories of these two.
Good. Traverse. I just looked up and there was the ridge, and we just walked the ridge, walked it for a mile or two, and totally avoided it. And I was like, who set those steps there? Totally unnecessary traversing. I think even the PCT was on top of the ridge line. I don't know who or why.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that might have even been.
So here's a interesting sign. A little bit of destruction, and heading that way through all the fallen down logs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we were just so happy.
A new plant just by a stream. Actually have to worry about water now. There's quite a long stretch without water. So I might stock up a little bit more on this one.
You guys were so spread out even when we left. Like, yeah. It was like herding cats, it looked like. Because you were
So that was nice. Nice to have some company this morning, some good conversation with people who understand what the Sierras were like. They didn't go all the way through. They came out at Bishop Pass and then jumped forward 200 miles. So they're going to go to Canada and go back and finish it. Alright, so yeah, had a long lunch break. That's the thing with being social, you tend to take longer breaks. And yeah, as most people have seen, there were 6, 7 of us all there. And those 2 guys that were standing by the path, they're the 2 that I saw yesterday. Now we're on the dirt. I'm pretty sure they'll be a lot faster than me. Yeah, so body's feeling good. Legs were a little tired, I could feel them. And the shin, absolutely no issue today. And the knee, it's only tweaked, I think, twice the whole morning. The other knee's been a little sore. So once again, it's just getting used to the trail again. It's been a beautiful trail all morning, mainly in the forest, very gentle ups and downs, and no snow. Oh, it's been wonderful. So this afternoon I'll just keep chugging away until my normal stopping time. Yeah. Yeah, so those guys are running now. Definitely faster than me, so I have no idea why they didn't catch up to me yesterday. Thought these were just discoloured leaves for a minute, but these are actually flowers. Pretty cool. Yeah, they just same shape as the leaves of these branches, but yeah, lovely colours. Off. At the moment I am continuing on this long downhill on beautiful trails on the side of the hills, thankfully in the shade for most of it because it's a really hot day today. A massive old tree gone down. There must have been a bit of work to make the chops and then roll this out of the way. Aha, these are pretty big. Look at the size of that. Absolutely beautiful. Here's my hand for size. It's huge. These are some pretty steep hills around me and that I'm on. All the way around is just steep hills. So I'm switchbacking down at the moment. I'm in the process of a very long downhill. So I'm dropping all the way down to the valley floor. And then I climb up, so the valley floor way down there, and then I'll be climbing back up the other side. So that's a lot of elevation drop and gain. Middle Fork Feather River trailhead. Bit of a dirt road to get here, I'm guessing. Alright, continuing down. Still dropping down, going along the spur line. So I've dropped, I was at about that level. So slowly dropping. Bit of an open section, so I've still got a long way to drop down to get down to that valley. It's a gradual drop when it's switchbacking like this, but yeah, still a nice walk. I'm enjoying it. Glad to be back in the shade. It's hot out here. It's a different one. Right. I think my hiker hunger is finally kicking in. It's well overdue, but yesterday I was hungry most of the day, and today as well I've been hungry. I went through all of my day's snacks before lunch. So I've had to pull out some snacks, and hopefully I'm going a little bit faster than I planned. So these are my last day's snacks. I may end up my last day without any snacks. But yeah, just hungry. I had dinner last night, which was absolutely beautiful. But I was still hungry. So I did a quick calculation of how many miles left and how many days, and basically see if I could spare another bar, which I could. Yeah, so very much looking forward to getting to Belden and eating a lot. I thought I ate a lot at Sierra City. Maybe that's the problem. My body went, oh yes, good food, now I want more. So means that when I resupply in Belden, I'm going to have to up the amount of food I'm bringing. I wonder if it's because my body has burnt up all my excess reserve. Yeah, I don't have a lot of spare body fat left. So maybe that's what it is. Why now my body is saying, well, there's nothing left in the reserve tank. Feed me, feed me. The bottom is in sight way down there, so still got quite a bit of dropping to do. And then that's a big hill to climb on the other side. Woohoo! This is a national wild river. Middle Fork of the Feather. Closed to vehicles. It's getting closer. I find it funny that this river, which is pretty substantial, doesn't get its own name. It just gets called the Middle Fork of another river. Surely you can give this one its name, and then when it joins into the other river, then it stops being this and starts being the other river. Whitewater rafts up there. Must have pulled in for a camping spot. Doesn't look commercial, it looks expedition. And there's the river. Over the cute bridge. Woo! Glad there's a bridge. Beautiful valley down here. And woohoo, yeah, that would be fun rafting. Right, and into the climb.
Okay, so supposedly if your ring finger is longer than your index finger, it means you were exposed to more testosterone in the womb, and so you're supposed to be more intellectually able. I don't know if I'm any of those things, but that's the name they gave me, genius finger. So, yeah.
So we met much earlier in the trail, way before the trail name, so good to see you again. Yep. We're just having a quick think of when we last saw each other, and I think it was before Warner Springs, so that's a long time ago. Alright, so now started the climb. Had switchbacks and the gradient. It's pretty good. So yeah, up and up. Can't remember if I've seen this or not. It looks like a boat propeller. Little buzzing insects, well, not buzzing, silent insects just floating around in front of my face as I'm walking along. Most annoying. Could be worse, could be mosquitoes. An awkward one to get over. They were just a bit too high to be comfortable to get around. To get over. No way up and around. Then a big jump off there as well. So, whew. It's flattened out a bit now once we cross the road, so now just following along around, I think we'll go to a stream, Big Bear or something like that. There is a campground there, but I'm gonna, once I get there, fill up with water, because there's a stream there, and then have a look at what's ahead of me and decide whether to camp there or whether to continue on. This is a little side creek. Obviously used to have a bridge because it's got concrete here and concrete there, but it's all gone. So now it's across logs and rocks to get across. And it's about 0.9 miles to get to Bear Creek. So I'm not going to bother filling up here. I'll fill up at the next creek. So it's 5:30 and the 5:30 distance reveal is 22.8 miles, which is more than I thought it would be. I was thinking it might be around 20. So I started this morning at 7:35. Yeah, so that's not a bad distance. I'm still feeling really good. Still intend to continue. As I say, I'll just need to check the map when I get to Bear Creek, whatever it is, and just check there will be some camping spots. But yeah, feeling good. So still keen to keep walking for a bit longer. Think I'm going under. Maybe I'm going under then over. Alright, hands and knees. Alright, so this is Bear Creek. There's no real paths to get down to the river. You can scramble down the rocks at the end there, but it's not easy to get to it. Those are neat plants. Very pretty river. And on this side, once again, you scramble down the rocks at the end and come across. But I just looked on the map. There's another stream in 0.7 of a mile, which is much easier to get to. So I'm going to keep going. I'm not sure what campsites they're talking about here. There's no camping here. Yeah, so I'm going to push on. So that's the camping area. Yeah, it looks nice enough. But nah, still too early. Feeling good, want to keep going. Hey, look at that! It's there's an awful lot of legs. So I'm going to guess a millipede. I'm not going to stop it to count, and I'm certainly not going to pick it up. But hey, something different. Oh, that's cool. I've only seen one other, which was a centipede, and unfortunately it was a bit hurt, so it's lovely to see this one in nice condition, just wandering along. It is crossing the track, so I'm just going to make sure it does get all the way off the track before I leave, so I don't have to give it any guidance to get away from the track so it doesn't get squished. Oh, and for scale, there's my shoe, so it's a decent length. It looks a bit steeper than normal. Yeah, I'm steadily climbing since the river. Got a lot of climbing to do. I think it's about 5 miles of climbing to get up to the ridgeline, so we're not going to get there tonight. So this is where I'm going to fill up with my water for camp. there's a campsite in about 1 mile, so that's probably what I'll aim for. I forgot how long it takes doing all the water filtering. It does take up some time. Yeah, so from here I now have enough water for camp, refilled all my drinking water, and I have, well, there's a mile to a marked campsite. So I'll see what it's like, and if it's good, then I'll stop there. Absolute perfect branch for a bear hang, and for the first time I actually managed to get the rock over. First time. It is perfect. I wish it was always like this.